Today, I answer your questions, the questions I got through my entrepreneurs group and through the comments on YouTube. So the first question is, can my project be profitable? So you never know if your project is going to be profitable, but it's crazy how much we can do when we have an idea, a passion, and an ambition. And I truly believe every business can be scalable. You can do so much when you deeply want to do something, when you put your heart to it. So I take an example. My sister, who lives in the south of France, has launched a social entrepreneurship project a couple of years ago, and it's amazing. The region where she lives is one of the most difficult region in terms of unemployment rate, though she actually succeeded and she founded a social project where she was able to get money and develop an amazing project. And there were so many difficulties. We could find all excuses in the world to tell her she would never be able to scale this project. When she started with one business, then she added a second one, then a third one, and now she doesn't only have the basic business, but she added lots of things on top of it. Like she owns social grocery, and I think this project is just amazing. And although it's one of the most difficult place in France, because it's a very remote place where there are not so many active young active, I truly believe you can succeed anywhere, anytime. So it's really up to you. The second question, can I succeed fast? Okay, it's the same question comes back all the time. So no, you can't. I don't believe in overnight successes, although many do, obviously. So no problem with that, but I don't really believe in that. What I believe in is acting for your success on an everyday basis. And I truly believe in the Pareto principle. It's the 80-20 rule. So is when 20% of your actions will bring 80% of your results. So be very concrete. What I do myself is I actually set weekly goals. Every Friday, I write on my calendar, in my calendar, the goal of the week, what I need to reach. And every day I work towards this goal, putting 20% of my actions focusing on results. So every morning I will start with working on what bring results, and then I will move to the rest that is less important. Have you got a tip for emailing or sending an email? Well, yes and no. A little tip I use is I like to walk when I write. Let me explain myself. So I use the voice recorder, and whenever I want to write an email, I actually do it on my smartphone instead of my computer. So I will use my smartphone and I will write the email, and I find out that my ideas are brighter and they're better. So I find this little tip that make me actually save a lot of time when I write emails and even when I write text itself. So you can always use it and see how it goes. How can I do to develop my business if I don't know all tools and I'm not aware of all the tools? And I know you all feel intimidated sometimes because of the tools, CRM tools, Instagram tools, social tools, and so on. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to know much about sales pages, CRMs, and so on. What you need to know is making sure that your offer is great, your product is great, and you don't have too many. So I truly believe in one simple system with one nice offer using one social on one communication channel. So I would rather concentrate on one thing properly done than too many things with, looking at all fancy tools and using fancy tools, because it's not really my cup of tea. And I find out that the results are sometimes the same. So you don't need to have a complex system in place. How to find the right strategy for my business? Well, it depends on where you feel comfortable and what the channel that's for you. So sometimes, because of this business, you need to go through this specific channel. And also, I believe that you don't need to work hard on something that you feel comfortable, you don't feel comfortable on. So actually, many strategies can work for your business. You just have to choose what channel is the best for you. It could be website, it could be a Google Map, it could be a social, it could be advertising, and how you feel on which platform you feel really comfortable. So for example, if you feel more comfortable on YouTube, then instead of spending time trying to do your best on Instagram, but you don't really like it and it's not really a cup of tea, then do it on YouTube, for example. So it really depends on you and the strategy you prefer. But be very careful because if you do something because somebody else is doing it and it works for this person and you believe it will work for you, it's actually a mistake and it could ruin your mental health. Be very careful. Do you believe in manifestation? Well, I don't really manifest. What I do though is I have an ideal life in mind with ideal goals and I work towards this goal. I don't believe because we say things, because we think something will happen. I believe in true actions. So I have an ideal life and I will work towards this goal with a mindset, with things in mind, but not thinking that it will happen randomly. How to live with fears and risk? Well, there are always risks, but what you should do is mark out your risks. So see what's the worst thing that can happen and what sort of solution you can find in order to move forward in a safe way without feeling too much stress. So I reckon you're able to find out if that's too much risk or if it's okay, you see. Thanks for watching. Don't hesitate to write your questions in the comments and I will answer as soon as I can. Also join my group of entrepreneurs if you want to feel guided or if you need support. And I wish you all the best.